Opening meant, in the silence of the night, where shadows whisper and truth bleeds slowly, a single mistake can cost a life. This is not just a story of crime. It is a record of obsession, power, and the price of loyalty. In a world where silence is more dangerous than screams, one man hunts and another becomes the hunted. Welcome to K-Spy Thriller, where every breath could be your last. Episode 23, Code Name Black Snake's Inspection. Chapter title: The Black Snake's Inspection. Late at night, under a thin crescent moon, slipping in and out of drifting clouds, the outskirts of an abandoned industrial zone lay silent. Hyena staggered into his hideout, having barely escaped the red light district. The moment he stepped inside, an eerie chill crept through the air. Something's wrong, this cold, this killing chill. He pulled a handgun from his pocket, and cautiously stepped deeper inside the factory, just as he sensed movement ahead and prepared to fire. Click. The lights suddenly flicked on. His vision flared white, as he raised a hand to shield his eyes. He saw someone sitting calmly with legs crossed. It was Black Snake. Even after all this time, the overwhelming aura he radiated had not faded. That pressure, that presence, a veteran of countless battles. Hyena hurriedly lowered his gun. Whoosh! A swift kick slammed into his face. Before he could recover, another kick spun him sideways, sending him crashing to the floor. Thud, thud, thud. Someone mounted him and began striking his face mercilessly. Damn, that hurts, that fist so heavy. Comrade Jang Jin-woo. That's enough. A tall woman stepped back and stood neatly beside Black Snake. Call sign Jang Jin-woo. An NIS agent embedded deep within enemy ranks, standing beside Black Snake. Hyena forced himself upright and dropped to his knees. Late at night, the operations chief himself had come for an inspection. This was no ordinary visit. "Do you know who I am?" Black Snake asked coldly. "Yes. Where have you been wandering off to?" "I had urgent business." "Urgent business? I heard you were seen in the Yongsan red light district." Was that true? Or not? I've committed a sin worthy of death. Hyena slammed his forehead to the floor. Step, step. Black Serpent walked over and slapped Hyena across the face. Hyena pretended to collapse weakly, but Black Serpent crushed his face against the floor with his boot. Even a killing machine like Hyena couldn't resist when facing his superior. "We're not on the same level. This man is on a different plane entirely." Blood trickled from the corner of Hyena's mouth. Black Serpent kicked his ribs without restraint. "Enjoying yourself, fool? Drowning in southern women again?" I apologize. You've changed. You've grown soft. Does pleasing your flesh feel that good? I'm sorry. Sorry? You dare say sorry? Why commit the sin in the first place? I deserve death. If you're of no use to the revolution, we might as well cut you loose. Isn't that right? The cane tapped deliberately against Hyena's most vulnerable spot. Please forgive me. Hyena trembled violently, unable to move. The pressure was absolute, he couldn't even raise his head. Black Snake stared down at him coldly, and pressed his foot against Hyena's neck. Your belly's grown soft. You've forgotten your mission. Then, with a sharp twist, the handle of the cane rotated. A hidden blade slid out with a metallic snap. You were supposed to be dead back in the north. A man who escaped execution. Please spare me. I thought you might still be useful. But you've rotted to the core. Please spare my life. The blade hovered at Hyena's throat, trembling faintly. One more inch and it would pierce flesh. Remember this, you bastard. Go and eliminate the traitor first. Prove your loyalty to the party. The blade slid back into the cane. Black Snake's voice was final. Hyena straightened his posture and snapped to attention. Yes, I will risk my life and carry it out. He saluted sharply. Autopsy room. The sedan carrying Daebom and Juntae sped toward the National Forensic Service. They waited in the adjoining room next to the autopsy chamber. Daebom greeted the forensic doctor. Go. Doctor, this is terrible news again. Yes, it truly breaks my heart as well. There are bruises all over the body. More extensive than what we saw on director Kim Bom-jun. These bruises, they're not the direct cause of death, are they? No. Bruises occur while the victim is alive. But they are not the immediate cause of death. Question mark. These marks appear to be from repeated whipping. When a blow is delivered with force, the blood vessels compress and rupture, causing bruises to form on both sides of the impact. Then how hard must he have been beaten? If the impact is strong enough, bleeding can spread extensively even after death. These bruises are spread quite widely. Gravity causes the blood to pool downward over time. The colors of the bruises vary. That's due to hemoglobin breakdown. They start red, then turn dark blue, brown, green, yellow and finally fade. There are bruises near the shoulder blade too? That happens when the attacker straddles the victim and strangles him. Pressure is applied to the shoulders. That can be used as evidence, right? Absolutely. Bruises are highly valuable circumstantial evidence. The skull was crushed. Yes. The skull was fractured from blunt force trauma, with internal bleeding. It's consistent with a severe head injury. So he was beaten to death? It appears so, most likely with a blunt object. Possibly a metal rod. Was he strangled as well? The larynx is damaged, and both sides of the thyroid cartilage are fractured. Damn it, that bastard. I'll make sure he faces justice. There's also damage to the hyoid bone beneath the jaw. That indicates intense pressure to the neck. Damn monster. In cases of suffocation, petechial hemorrhages often appear like this. If pressure lasts over 15 seconds, congestion and pinpoint bleeding occur. Was poisoning a possibility? That was the first thing I checked. In poisoning cases, there's usually a distinct odor when opening the skull. There was none this time. Toxicology tests are ongoing, but preliminarily, no. Why examine the skull before the abdomen? If the abdomen is opened first, the chemical odors can mask what's detected in the skull. That's why we proceed this way. There's bleeding around the ears too. That often happens when there's blunt trauma to the head. The dead really do tell stories. That's our duty, to listen to the final words of the dead. We owe them that respect. I'm grateful, Doctor. And this time the killer bit him again. Again? Yes. Just like before. He left bite marks, distorted teeth impressions. So if we compare them, we'll know for sure. The spacing, size, and abnormal structure of the teeth all match. These two victims were killed by the same person. So once we compare them, we'll have him. That's correct. Several agents nodded silently as they listened. In the red light district, agents moved through the area, questioning people while showing photos of Hyena. Plainclothes officers were mixed. Among them, ready to intervene if jurisdictional issues arose. Have you seen anyone who was with the man in this photo? Looks like Yun Kyung's regular. Yun Kyung's regular? You mean her husband? Oh, no, not that. I mean a guy who comes around often, like a regular customer. Where is he now? Try 7th Street. Over there. The officers followed the directions and moved toward 7th Street. Yun Kyung? Are you Yun Kyung? The woman stepping outside froze in surprise. Her face tightened the moment she realized the police were looking for her. What is it now? Why are you bothering me? What did I do? You don't know? Let's not play games. There's a homicide investigation underway. We'll need you to come with us voluntarily. A murder? What does that have to do with me? Has this man been here recently? They showed her Hyena's photo. She hesitated, then sighed as if resigned. Yes, he comes by sometimes. He's a regular. Let's go somewhere quieter and talk. Do I really have to? If you cooperate, we'll help you out when things get complicated. Fine. Let's go. They took her to the nearest Yongsan police station. Yun Kyung looked uneasy, clearly unfamiliar with interrogation rooms. Inside, team leader Kong and his team observed from behind the glass. When did he start coming to see you? Not that long ago, maybe since last year. How many times? 3 or 4. Only that many? Did he do anything unusual? He paid well. Double, sometimes triple and he was kind of strange. How so? He recorded my moaning sounds. Recorded them? While having sex? Yes. I caught him twice. And? He was a regular, and he paid well, so I let it slide. Anything else? He bites me every time. Bites you? Where? My butt. He calls it my sticky rice butt. He bites you hard? It hurts a little, but I could take it. So hard that it leaves bite marks? Yes. His teeth are ugly too, it really hurts. But somehow, the pain turns into pleasure. Ugly teeth? His? Yeah. If he got them fixed, he'd look better. Sometimes they even look like fake dentures. Dae-bom nodded slowly. Dentures? Not implants? That's what I thought. And you didn't tell him to stop biting you? He treated me like his M&A. What does that mean? He said I reminded him of his M&A, so he called me that. Emina means woman in North Korean dialect. Did he seem North Korean? He said I made him feel warm and comfortable like his M&A. May we see the bite marks? We need them for the investigation. What? You want to see my butt? Are you cops perverts? We're not asking here. He's a murder suspect. Please cooperate. A murderer? He didn't seem like one. He was generous. He bites his victims after killing them. Really? So that's why he did that to me? Yes. It seems to be a habit. I thought it was affection. Can you show us the marks? It's important. If it helps, then fine. Detective Kong gestured toward another officer. Detective Choi. Yes. Have Detective Choi take her inside. Get clear photographs for evidence. Detective Choi guided her gently, calming her. This way, Ms. Yun Kyung. After the photos were taken, they returned. Thank you for cooperating today. This is a small travel allowance, official compensation for assisting a national investigation. Thank you. Suho, send these photos to Dr. Ko at the forensic lab immediately. We're heading there. To the forensic lab? If the bite marks match, we'll need to proceed with a facial composite. The engine roared. Dae-bom sped toward the National Forensic Service with Suho. Please let the bite marks match the ones on the body. He prayed silently. Please, you bastard. Let us catch you. Please. Ending meant, in the end, truth does not scream. It waits. It waits in scars, in silence. And in the memories no one dares to erase. What you witnessed was not just a story. It was a fragment of a hidden war, still unfolding in the shadows. This series is based on the finalist work of the Proud Korean Scenario Contest, a story born in Korea, now expanding into a global K-spy universe. The hunt is not over. Stay with us. The next chapter is already watching you.